Tell us how you provide radically candid praise and criticism.
Once you've mastered soliciting feedback, next focus on giving praise. Now, both praise and criticism should show that you care personally. So don't think that praise is caring personally and criticism is challenging directly. No, both praise and criticism need to hit both dimensions at the same time. The reason to focus on praise is because there's a lot of good stuff going on in your organization, and when you focus on it, you show people what to do more of, and that's really important. And then, having focused on the good stuff first, now it's time to start to offer some criticism. And for both praise and criticism, there's sort of 6 things to keep in mind. You want to make sure that you offer it in the spirit of helpfulness. You're helping somebody either continue good work or fix a problem. You want to offer it humbly. There's a reason why I call it candor. If you call it truth, there's not a lot of humility in the truth. If I say to you, I'm going to tell you the truth, it sort of implies like I know what's right and I'm not really receptive to your counter opinion, right? And the reason why I say challenge directly is because you want to offer a challenge, right? Which means you expect a reciprocal challenge. Feedback should never be compared to a duel, but if you challenge someone to a duel, you don't expect them to lie down and die. You expect them to shoot back, right? So expect a response. Don't expect people to always agree with your feedback, praise or criticism. Maybe you're praising the wrong thing, right? Be open to that. Next, you want to offer both praise and criticism immediately. Especially with criticism, don't bottle it up. It kind of goes toxic if you bottle it up. With praise, if something went well, you want people to repeat it, like tell them right away. Offer praise and criticism in person. Most of communication is non-verbal. And so if you offer it over the phone or worse yet in email or text, you're not going to see how somebody reacts. Feedback gets measured not at your mouth, but at the other person's ear. And you won't be able to see how they're reacting if you don't offer it in person. But don't give feedback in your one-on-one meetings. Give feedback immediately, and the best feedback I've ever gotten in my whole career happens in 2-minute impromptu conversations, right? So make sure that you're doing it in person, but that you're not saving it up for a one-on-one, certainly not delivering it in an annual performance review, having never talked about it for the previous 6 months. So you want to make sure you're doing it immediately. You also want to praise in public. You want to criticize in private. And you want to make sure your feedback is not about somebody's personality, right? Personality is really difficult to change. The reason to give somebody feedback is so that they can change something. And so make sure it's about behavior or work, that's something that's changeable or repeatable in the case of praise. So again, the best feedback is delivered in 2-minute impromptu conversations. If you see something in a meeting, grab the person right after the meeting. It can be difficult to do that because you're often busy back-to-back-to-back meetings if you're not careful. Make sure that you leave either, you've got to leave some slack time in your schedule, or you just have to be willing to be late to the next meeting. A big part of your job is feedback. There's no point in scheduling these half-an-hour long conversations, but you do sometimes have to just make a little space for the feedback in your schedule.